In the dugout with the big steppers, jalapenos, no lemon pepper. Big K, that's a big letter. Hot boy, I burn leather. Love the Jeep, but the Porsche better. Top down in any weather. Red hot, let the chili peppers. Jalapenos, no lemon pepper. In the dugout with the big steppers, jalapenos, no lemon pepper. Big K, that's a big.
What's up? It's Frames and Sizzles.
And on today's show, I jumped right into it again, right? Look, but check it out.
On today's episode of the Frame Show,
I'm gonna mess it up
with Frames and Sizzles, we have not only, a really funny guy,
funny dude, funny comedian, influencer,
fellow veteran,
fellow vet, TikToker, Adonis. I know, right?
Anyway, getting right to it, man. We got a drunk sailor, Ben Matthews, man, comedian, the GOAT.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man. How are you today?
I'm good. It's been a long day, though, man.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. I tried to get stuff done before I came here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we know how it goes.
Yeah. I work day and do this at night, so yeah, it's always a lot of long days.
All I do is shoot real videos.
I was trying to get my generator ready. That storm coming through. I was trying to get my generator ready, get all this stuff ready.
Yeah.
My wood. I have this wood pile in my backyard that a couple weeks ago I decided to be an adult and go order a bunch of good wood, put a nice wood stand in my backyard, paid for that one that fits with a cover, everything. Like I need to adult, make sure my yard looks good. Put it together myself. Got a bunch of wood, stacked it with a couple of my homeboys. Boom. The next morning, it had fallen over. So I had to stack the whole thing up all by myself again. But I knew it was because the ground got wet, right?
Okay.
And it fell over a second time. Well, after I fucked that up, man. Anyway, I'll go back. So after it fell the first time, I knew how to fix it, blah, blah, blah. I put some concrete bricks underneath and then stacked the shit back up. Proud of myself like a motherfucker, man. I put that shit on there so fast. Stack, 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 stack. I even texted my dad about it or something. And I was like, damn, I'm done. He's like, damn, that was fast. Whatever.
Right.
2 days ago, in that big-ass storm we had, over again. I'm leaving it there, man. I don't
shit fell?
The wind. Did the ground get soggy again, or
I don't know.
was it wind
I
this
didn't
time?
level the bricks really well before I started, and I know I should have, but I thought, it's close enough. But I guess not. I'm so pissed. I ripped the brand new cover, all that shit.
Man.
So that's what I was working on before I came here, is getting shit ready for the storm.
This unpredictable Virginia weather, right?
Yeah. So, are you prepared?
As prepared as anybody else, I guess. I mean, it's...
You guys come over to my house, let's start the generator.
Okay,
watch TV,
definitely.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what caught my attention. I gotta say something about your little one-wheeler thingy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was one time. It was just a video of you just zooming around. I was like, damn, I want one of those.
Oh, yeah, man.
But I guess it wouldn't do good in snow and...
Oh, yeah, man. I've taken that thing all over the place. I've got a treaded tire on one of them. They're pretty impressive.
What is it?
It's called a one wheel.
Is it like the skateboard but it's one wheel? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
I don't even want to, my bad.
To, my buddy's podcast, Wheel of One. I'm sure I messed that up. I hope I didn't, but I was on his podcast a couple months back, and he does the same thing for just one wheel crowd.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Wow.
They interviewed
That's
me
what's
for
up.
that
Shout
one.
out to them.
Yeah. Wheel of One podcast.
Make sure if we'll make sure we'll find them and
they're on Spotify.
we'll put it like right. I don't know.
Well,
right
it
here?
makes sense. Yeah, that's good.
Or maybe over here on his head. Or maybe we'll put it on top of Ben's head. We don't know yet.
We don't know.
But yeah,
Just watch yourself.
One wheel podcast. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, that's dope. I had to
Wheel of
check it
One.
out. Yeah.
Thanks.
So like, what's up, Sizzles, man? You gonna jump right into it, something or what?
I mean, I'm always the culprit.
I mean,
But,
I was waiting for it,
Nah, but tell us about yourself, Ben. I mean, you know what I'm saying, as far as...
Who am I?
Yeah.
Who
Who
is Ben Matthews?
Yeah.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood mix guy.
He's just
That's
your friendly
it.
neyborhood mix guy.
Yeah.
Know?
I mean,
he's actually a really nice guy.
I appreciate that.
I met him in person the other day. He's really nice.
I'm a gearhead through and through. I like working on anything with an engine, wheels, handlebars, doesn't matter. Steering wheel, if I can make it faster, louder, or prettier, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I like making people laugh. I mean, I was never really would consider myself, I was like not a class clown, But my teachers would probably disagree with that. But I don't ever consider it like that, and I never. People always say, "Oh, yeah, Ben, he loves being the center of attention." It's not true. I just like making people feel good and feel welcome.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you do have a pretty unique
Yeah.
disposition and everything. So I mean, it's kind of like you are the center of attention when you walk in the room.
That's accurate.
So use it to your advantage.
Cops think the same thing when I drive by. It's outstanding.
There you go.
But I grew up in Michigan in a predominantly white town, so I fit the description there really well.
Every time. Huh?
Oh man, it was me and 3 other mixed kids, and we weren't related, and it was just
Always in the line.
always just getting hammered with that. But grew up in northern Michigan. Like I said, beautiful place called Traverse City. It's a resort town.
I've heard of it.
But Donna's got a place there. Her dad's got a winery, which I actually did electrical work at as a youth. Okay. And then joined the Coast Guard in 2006. Did about 12 years, got out, and my last duty station was in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and decided to stick around.
757. How you like the area?
VA.
I don't love the area, but it's got good opportunities for veterans. And so that's what made me start sticking around here. And I got a really good support system around here. Great family. That not blood related, but that don't matter.
Yeah. That's important. Support system is important for.
Absolutely, yeah.
I didn't know that for a long time. I had to learn that. It's important to have a good support system around you. So. What do you think? Like, what got you wanting to be like a comedian, man? Like, what started that? You just be like saying some funny shit or something? Like,
I was always, everybody always laughed. Like I said, I didn't think I was a class clown, but I'm good at making people laugh.
Right.
My parents I've always been super supportive, and I talk about them a lot on stage. But my dad and mom, mixed family. My dad's white, my mom's black. And we grew up watching In Living Color. You guys remember In Living Color? Right? Do what you want to do.
Right.
And I loved it. And I would impersonate, like, at the time it was James Carrey, but not Jim Carrey. And I would do the Fire Marshal Bill for my family, and they would laugh and laugh. And I liked doing that. Started getting into acting. With my sister, we did a lot of like Shakespearean stuff. Together growing up. She's 8 years older than me, best friend. And I just always liked being on stage. It was fun. It was a challenge. And one day when I was about 17, me and a bunch of friends, we would always go to this place called The Other Place. It was a local comedy club. Mm-hmm. Absolute shithole, but it's everything that you want in a dark, dingy comedy club. And I was a youth, and I may have been under the influence of not alcohol. And my buddies are sitting there, and we'd gone every week. What do you do at 17? I can go to the comedy club or go home.
Right.
So we would go every Friday, and one night we're sitting there, and this regular MC didn't show up. And they were like, "Yo, man, you should go up. You're funny as hell." And I was like, "No, not happening." They're like, "Come on, man, get up there." I'm like, "Not hard no." And they went and told the owner that I said I'd go up. So then they went up. They're like, "We got a special."
They called his name, forced him on stage.
So I got up there, man. Yeah, and I was like, "I'm gonna kill all you guys." So I got up there and I didn't know what to say. So I made fun of the regular MC for about 5 or 8 minutes, like a good, decent, good wing it.
Right.
Week later, we're there on a Friday, and he comes up to me and he says, "Hey, let me talk to you." And I was like, "This dude's gonna kill me." He was much older and blah blah blah. But we walk into the corner and he goes, "Heard you killed it last week. Good job. Do you want to alternate?" And I said, "Sure, let's do it. Thank you for this opportunity." He never showed up again.
Dang.
Yeah. So I was the MC there until they shut that place down because of the casino. Big town shit like that happens. And then I didn't do anything for years. The whole time I was in the military, I didn't do anything. Dang. And then a couple years ago, 3 years ago, I was out with my girlfriend and a really good friend of ours in Portsmouth, and there was an open mic night, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go up." And they're like, "Nah, blah blah blah." They were talking. They didn't even listen to me, and I said, "I'm gonna go up." Nobody's listening. I was like, "I'm going up." So I went up and I had my original act memorized, an actual full set. And I did it and killed it. And their jaws were on the floor. They're like, "Oh my God, we didn't even notice till halfway through your set."
Right.
And then I told a good friend of mine, Marquise, about it. And he said, "Hey, come out and do an open mic at my buddy's place." And I was like, "Sure." Right. And he's a part of my support system too. He went out with us, recorded it, sent it to a friend. And since then, DJ S2's been getting me on stage since then. So
shout out to
yeah. Shout out to Pick, man. Shout out to Love 808.
You know, he in the studio right now with some people making some hits.
Yeah, man. Everybody's always working, man. You know, that's what it's about. We all got our piece, right? Everybody plays a part in this world, and it's dope. I'm wondering, like, what do you think his like first joke ever was? Like his first joke he ever wrote or something like. Was it some corny shit or like probably like was it probably fucking funny? Like,
he grew up in northern Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was like, kid. I mean, all these white kids around. He probably had plenty of jokes. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I would probably say it had something to do with either race,
a lot of race driven stuff back then.
Yeah. I still do.
Dick size.
Oh yeah.
I still do.
Dick size.
Still do both of those.
He said
still
dick
do
size.
both of those.
Yeah.
Man. I love using all those lines. My favorite thing to do is it's when I feel out the audience. When I walk up on stage, I'll just take a deep breath, maybe a short, uncomfortable silence, and then I say, "As you guys can tell, I'm not like most white comedians." And I pause. And I usually get a couple crickets, and one guy in the back goes, that obnoxious laugh, and I can either start fucking with him and say, "All right, that was a racist laugh," and keep going, or I say, "No, I'm just playing with you guys. I'm half black and I'm half white." Wait a second, and they're like, "Okay, I see it." You know, actually, my half black and half white, I'm actually Jewish, so I'm like Sammy Davis Jr., but I got both eyes and I didn't convert.
There you go. Yeah. I see you play off.
Yeah.
You play off the reality, off of your reality.
That's good. That's dope.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like being half black and half Jewish, and it's been really messed up on my perspective on life. If I walk past a department store, I'm not sure if I should rob it or buy it.
There you go.
Yeah. If my Jewish relatives own the store, they make me clean the bathrooms.
Yeah, that's
good.
Yeah. I mean, it's a line there. You're right on it.
I like
though.
to push it.
Right.
Yeah,
you're right on it.
You know.
Yeah, it's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah, nah, it's dope, man.
Talk about my mother. She's 4'11", 107 pounds of fury. Everybody in the neighborhood was afraid of her and said, "Yes, ma'am." She's should talk about her a lot, but not too much because she can kick my ass.
Right.
We're not going to talk about her at all unless we're saying good things. God bless her, or whatever we do. You know. Yeah, man. So like, just out like do you think like you want to be? Where do you think you'd like want to take it, like with comedy? Like,
if I'm gonna take comedy anywhere, I just want to have fun with it. To be honest with you, I would love to be a big name. I get to go see one of my favorite comedians here real soon. My girlfriend bought me tickets for my birthday. I'm really excited. Hopefully he sees my. I slid into his DMs the other day. I said, "Hey, look, if you want to go out and go frisbee golfing when you come here, you let me know."
Who is this?
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, the animal. I mean, my bad, Bert. The Machine.
The Machine.
Come on, you guys got. You look him up.
No, yeah, look it up right now. I feel horrible.
Yeah. As soon as you see his face, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. But he's a party animal. He's hilarious. He doesn't really know when to stop, and he's a lot. So.
What was it?
Bert with the U or E?
Bert.
Not the radio dude, Bert.
Kreischer. K.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guy. Damn, I'm sorry.
He's rappers and stuff like
Lions.
Lions.
Dude, him and Snoop are like this.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So Bert's
damn,
cool
my bad,
heck.
bro.
I listen to his podcast.
You got a funny last name
week.
though, like him.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer. Like he talks about that too all the time.
Yeah.
But man, I would love to hang out with Bert Kreischer. But to answer your question, I'm not trying to. I want to get more serious with comedy because I have a lot of fun doing it, but it's not something that I have a long-term goal with. My long-term goal is honestly just to continue to make money anywhere I can and be as happy as I can. If I'm not happy while I'm making money, then I'm not going to keep doing that.
Right.
I did that for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay.
it's not worth it.
I feel that. No, for sure.
I'm gonna have to give you some of my plugs, right? You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, because we know some comedy
maybe
folks.
you was gonna. I know. I thought you were gonna say it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Coming up here pretty soon.
No, we not. I don't want to like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know,
we're nobodies.
My
man.
fallbacks are always,
Just a prank
my
show.
engineering background, but
Yeah. Hey, does anybody ever call you Boats?
no, boats is
bosun
traditionally
mate?
used for a bosun's mate.
Yeah.
I am an engineer or mechanic. Snipe
Chang.
is a
Top snipe?
thing. Chang was a title I hope to get someday. That's a chief
Actually, I got a pretty funny
engineer,
story
or what's that?
about Top Snipe.
No
He
shit.
called, so I was in the Navy. Right?
Okay. Okay,
got-
perfect.
yeah.
So what was your rate in the Navy?
Well, I was at LS. I was a logistics specialist. I worked in supply.
Are we still rolling?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
So, if you knew any engineers, okay, go ahead. Snipe.
Yeah, so I wasn't. Well, as a LS, I had, everybody wants to know me, right? Everybody wants to get something.
smuggling stuff, stashing goods.
I meant if I knew it.
But so I was new to the ship. I hadn't been there long, right?
Yeah.
And it was on I think it was our first underway.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking through, whatever. I'm I don't even know where I'm going half the time. And this guy, like, I come around this corner, and this guy, like, just walks. We like walk right into each other. Happens all the time. Whatever.
Yeah.
People ain't paying attention. Whatever. So, but he stops me, and he's an older guy, and he didn't. Everybody's in coveralls. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see no rank. You know what I mean? I know who he was, but I figured he's like an officer or something because he's like older gentleman,
Yeah.
whatever. But he was like, "Hey, what's up, buddy? I ain't seen you here before," and I'm like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about?" Like, I don't know. It got weird,
Yeah.
and because we just like ran into each other. Now he's trying to stop and talk to me, and he's like, "I'm Top Snipe," and I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you. I'm LS2 Frame, like, sir." He was like, "Oh, I'm Top Snipe. You don't know me?" And I was like, no.
You didn't even know what
I
a
don't,
snipe was.
I don't even know. I thought he was talking about a sniper. I was like, so like, do you have the most kills or something? I mean, you're the top sniper. I don't know, right? And this guy's looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Like, he's like, no, I am the top sniper.
Why was the military such a dick measuring contest?
Yeah.
Like, I was never that
crazy.
dude. Like,
crazy.
I know guys, as soon as they made petty offs, they're like, you will call me petty. Man, shut the fuck up. You're still Brian.
Right.
Like,
right.
you're still Brian.
Right,
At the end.
exactly.
And then you got these guys who get out now, especially in this area. You get out and you get these guys that are like, oh, I'm a cheat. No, your name's
exactly,
Ted now,
exactly.
and you're nothing,
Right.
bro. So go get a shovel. Yeah. So snipe, though, is actually... it's a cool thing, a little piece of history, and I'm sure somebody's gonna shit on me for getting part of this wrong, and can't please them all.
Right.
So, back in the day, before they had a lot of engineers on ships, it was because they only had sailing ships.
Right.
So when they finally started outfitting ships with the steam sailors, they needed engineers, they needed mechanics, to outfit, to fix, to repair, and to keep them running. Which is another thing is, a little side note, the reason they call them firemen, the lowest ranking of the engineers, is because those guys would take the coal and throw it into the things, firemen. So anyway, the regular bosun's mates and whatnot on the rest of the ship were like, we've been doing it for this long, we don't need these motherfuckers, blah, blah, blah. And all the engineers got treated like shit. They had to wait till the seamen finished eating. They had to, wait, blah, blah, blah. They always got treated like second-class citizens. So there was one guy who was the chief of the engineers, and his name was something Snipe, last name. And he fought for, look, you're going to treat my guys just as good, or fuck you, this boat ain't going anywhere. You need us.
Right.
This is a short, condensed version. But anyway, since then, any engineer was known as Snipe's men, because he'd take care of you. So that's where the term Snipe came from.
I spent 22 years in the Navy and never heard that. Never knew that. Well, I wasn't an engineer either. I was in operations, so
I'm not gonna lie. After that guy, that Master Chief, he cussed me the fuck out that day for not knowing who he was. But then, literally, like the next day I ran into him and he was like, "Hey man, I was just fucking. I'm sorry." You know, I was just like, you know what? At this point, at this point, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Like we've been out for too long anyway. Like let's just go home.
That's funny as hell.
Like yeah. So you were in the Coast Guard. What was your time in the Coast Guard like? Did you like it?
I absolutely loved it. I would have done it for longer if we didn't stop agreeing on whether or not I should stay in.
Right.
So there's that. But I still don't really agree with him, but I'm happier now.
Right.
I was an engineer, like I said. But the cool thing about the Coast Guard is you can... Coast Guard's small as fuck compared to. So you have the opportunity to do more than just your job.
Right.
So yeah, I was an engineer, but then I got qualified as a federal law enforcement officer. I was qualified on every weapon I could. The 50 cal on a ship, M240, the shotgun, the M16, and of course our sidearm, which was a 40 cal. And I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I got to go to Eastern Pacific. I was trained for shooting out the engines on drug boats, whatever. Whoever wasn't stopping, who knows why.
Leo Ops.
Yeah, and then did part of my stint. I was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with a really great crew, great captain, great commanding officer. This unit was fun. People call it station vacation, but it was a party. But we took our job serious. It was fun, man. Like on the weekends, the command wasn't there, so we'd have water balloon fights across the base, which was a tiny little base. I mean, it was like a cul-de-sac, really. I mean, we had our base, we had the boats, and like 4 boats, and that was it. And 10 people there.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
But it was, man, we would doing burnouts in the parking lot with my chopper on a Saturday. Smoke rolling up. Right. XO and CO come in on Monday morning, and they're like, "Why is there a black tire strip right over there?" And Schmerl's motorcycles right there, like, you're like, all right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, I moved. I went all around. I was on a couple 210-foot Coast Guard cutters. That's what we call our ships. Those I went Eastern Pacific, all over the Caribbean. Been all over the place. Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Do you guys ride them cutters all the way across? Like
Yeah, we had a deck when I was living in Kuwait.
Yeah.
They like you said,
cool,
the bases over there, like even the base that I was on was only like 1 by 1 mile, square mile. You know what I'm saying? It was just like that's the piece of land that they carved out and said the U.S. government has power here.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Nowhere else. You go outside there, your head get cut off or something.
Yep.
Yeah, my grandfather was in the he was in the Coast Guard.
That's cool.
I originally was looking at joining the Coast Guard and just didn't, I don't know, they wouldn't take me.
Yeah.
I guess they thought I didn't shoot real videos. Actually, that wasn't.
You were actually caught on video committing allegedly. No, I was
funny. Another funny story. Like I used to rap. I used to do music before the Navy and stuff. And
I used to think I could rap.
Yeah, like it was funny. I was in Florida. I got my first duty station was in Florida when I joined the Navy. I was in Jacksonville and I was in Mayport.
I've been in Mayport.
I love Mayport.
A billion times.
Yeah, Mayport was nice. I mean, it had its times, whatever. But my chief called me in the office. He had YouTube pulled up on the computer.
Yeah. And
he found a rap video of me, and I was like smoking weed and stuff. And like, it was like crazy, man.
Oh my God.
I was like, I didn't know what to. I was at that point. That was my first duty station, straight out of boot camp and stuff. I'm like, I'm done. Like they're sending me home. You're gonna send me to jail for smoking weed years ago. Like.
My recruiter, I went in. I had dreadlocks probably about this long at the time. Yeah, they were short. Yeah. And I went in the recruiting office and I was filling the paperwork out. And he goes, "Hey, when you get to number 19, hit no." And I was like, "All right, 17, 18. Have you ever?" And I just look at that and he goes, "All right."
Right.
Right.
Yeah. You're going to smell it in here.
Maybe he knows.
Right.
But yeah, that do you guys ever get in trouble in boot camp?
No, I didn't get in trouble. They didn't even know my name.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was 20. I was 26 when I joined. So I was older. I was one of the oldest guys in there.
21 when I did it.
I had already knew a bunch of guys that had been. Yeah. And it was basically like, yo, just find your rack in the back corner. He's like, you get through and they don't know your name, you did good.
Yeah, I did not do that.
Yeah.
Apparently I stand out like a sore thumb whether or not I have dreadlocks.
Right.
Yeah.
I
mean, you are pretty,
unique looking. I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, so there's this one chief that called me Jeter Jr. the entire time, and I hated that. There was another time where they asked me how to say my name properly, and I forgot where the fuck I was. Instead of just saying my name, Schmerl, I went out of character. I'm in position of attention, right? And he's like, how the fuck do you say your name? And I was like, oh, it's like shh, and then Merle.
He stopped. He was like,
right.
well, you just gotta.
Yeah, and I watched like this eyeball.
That guy was twisted. You were right.
And he like looked at me like, did you forget
character.
where the fuck? And I was like, and I went back up to it. He goes, just push. It's all right. Got down. He screamed at me for about 10 minutes about how I didn't need to teach him hooked on phonics. That was embarrassing.
Dang.
Yeah, I got in trouble at boot camp for looking. God, now I know why my military career went so well. No, there was a dead dragonfly in the gym, and I saw it on one week. And I was like, damn, that dragonfly is fucking huge. And I'm talking like the size of my hand. And I got big hands for a little dude.
Right.
And I was like, man, it can't be a real dragonfly. So I ignored it. But like 4 or 5 days later, we're back in the gym. And I was like, damn, that dragonfly's still up there. So I leaned over and I was like, telling my boy, I was like, hey, look, that's a dragonfly. It was here last week. And it's super big. So I wonder if it's real or not. Or it's dead and dried out. And this young, good-looking woman walks up to me, and you know how they got the assistants in boot camp? Some of them are civilians, some of them are fresh out of boot camp, and they think they're the top shit. Well, this one was a civilian, and I was like, oh, man, you see that dragonfly? She's like, yeah. And I was like, I was just wondering if it was real because it was here last week. She's like, oh, let me go ask. And I was like, no. Crazy bitch, no.
Do not ask.
And she walked straight up to this girl. She goes, I was like, motherfucker. She walked, that one turned straight around, goes right up to my lead company commander, drill sergeant, whatever you want to call it. And I could just hear, oh.
This is going to be fun.
It was dead silent in that gym, too. He just goes, oh. Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Schmerl! And I was like, oh, shit. I ran over there, man. He goes, so you want to look at dragonflies, huh? And I was like, no. And he's like, no? You don't want to look at dragonflies? I was like, no. You know, doing it properly or whatnot. And I was the squad leader at that point, which is, of course, also why I stood out. Right. And they ripped that thing off my chest, and I got to push until I puked.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Dang.
It's a good time.
The biggest thing I remembered in boot camp was, or that I do remember, we had a guy that he got in trouble for talking in the galley, like on the mess decks, whatever,
Yeah, mess deck, galley, same shit.
And he's going off on this dude, and they start, they call it beating his ass,
Yeah.
He's down there, he's doing air chairs, he's doing arm circles and shit, and and they keep doing, they beat him like that for like 3 days straight, man, in front of everybody. We all had to stand at attention and watch, right?
Because he talked.
Yeah. I'd never acted the way they acted to anybody.
No, that's what I meant, man, about not being like, oh, I'm pretty officer so-and-so. Yeah, I wasn't into that shit.
Yeah, no, it's...
that's why I got out. It was just...
Yeah.
Well, I said I got out.
When you retired.
I retired. I didn't make rank. I mean, I made first class, but I didn't want to play the games. And
right.
No, he only
I
made
had
it
a
to
smart ass
E6.
mouth.
That's all.
All that. What was that?
I said he only made it to E6. Man, I made E4 twice.
You made E4 twice? Hey.
Me too.
Look, I
got busted twice.
Oh, man, dang. No, I actually, I was actually good at the Navy.
No, I was good at it, but I wasn't good at the political bullshit.
Right.
People didn't like me because people liked me.
Right. I think because I was a bit older, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had already kind of understood a few things about life, at least. Not to say that nobody else, does at a young age, but I think that helped me. I made rank pretty quick. I made E5 my second year.
Damn.
And, but I didn't make anything after
rates
that.
my second year.
Oh yeah, dang. No, yeah, I got LS as soon as I joined. That was my job. Like, And that job, not say it's not an easy, it's not a hard job, but it's not an easy job. I mean, there's a lot of knowledge behind things, you know. The Navy thinks you gotta be smart, but now we shoot videos and we do comedy.
Yeah.
Because we want to make people laugh, and I want to, you know, let you watch it through the frame, right?
Right.
He's been quiet, sis. What's good?
Y'all was telling all these government
Government
military
I
stories
mean,
and stuff.
you was in Vietnam or something, right?
That's why I didn't want to participate. Because I start telling stories. Turn black and white.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Turn black and white. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you'll do in edit.
Yeah, exactly.
My stories been black and white.
We're going to take you back in time. You're going to see the screen shake.
So what was it like in Vietnam?
You know, I was born in 72, so
72.
I don't know. That was like the start of Vietnam, or it was the bad part of Vietnam, the worst part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Look,
no good
The
part.
good.
I got Vietnam was crazy. I got a story for that too, actually.
Were you there?
Bet you do.
I was there with him. No, actually, my granddad. So he was he's a Master Chief boatswain. So he was he did his time in the Coast Guard, but he went to Vietnam.
Yeah.
And when he was over there, there was all this stuff happening. Anyway, the CO or his commander or captain, whatever, he got this big award thing. All these guys got put in the Hall of Fame or whatever, the Coast Guard Hall of Fame up in wherever, Connecticut or something.
Sure.
Anyway, it was cool because I didn't know this stuff about my granddad, you know, at the time, but they gave me I ended up getting a folder like this thick.
Yeah.
You know, if the camera, this was like this thick. It was huge.
You said this thick over there.
Anyway, but it was
It's like a
whole
white man 6
outline. There you go. Yeah, it was like a whole outline of what they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a part in there where they were shooting each other. They was on. Everybody was like be like some of them were over here, and then they'd be on the other side of them, and the radios didn't work.
Yeah.
So they were shooting each other. So it says in the thing they were flying over, dropping messages in bottles saying, "Hey, stop shooting." I've got a message in this folder, like it says, "Friendly fire, please stop shooting." Friendly fire, like, and it's like, damn, like when I think about it, I'm like, man, my granddad, he was there, like he was in there. You know, they was all kinds of stuff talking about him and pictures and stuff. And so it was really cool to me because I only knew him when I was really young.
Yeah.
All my grandparents passed away when I was a young child, so you know I didn't get to know that. But that was cool to go through that. But I thought it was kind of cool, but it was kind of funny that these motherfuckers just shooting each other out there in Vietnam. Like,
yeah.
You know, you remember that?
No.
My bad, man.
He's gonna grab the rope thing.
The rope. Oh yeah, you were asking me about tying knots, and as I previously explained, I'm an engineer, so we don't tie knots. I mean, I'm a sailor, but I can't.
Yeah, it makes sense. You should be able to.
Like I can tie a square knot.
Man, I've been at the
That's
military
about it.
I can't.
Ever.
I can.
And I was, like I said, I was an OS, so.
Look, you know.
Boom, a square knot.
They did a
Like
thing with the what's the neckerchiefs you have to tie.
A tie?
Neckerchief, like
What about
An ascot?
They made it. It was like a contest of like
It's called an ascot.
who could tie their neckerchief the
It's called
fastest.
an ascot.
An ascot,
Yeah,
like an ascot,
with a T. Yeah, with 2 T's, I think.
ascot,
Ascot. Yeah.
ascot.
Yeah.
Okay.
One S.
Oh,
One S.
One S.
that's
Ascot.
That's a neckerchief.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
It's what Fred wears on Scooby Doo.
Scooby.
I think that might be a neckerchief.
Yeah.
I think that was like a flag for the BDSM community, or
really?
maybe the gay community. But I think that was actually a flag of some type.
Oh, really? It stood for something?
It must. Come on. All those old cartoon shows and shit have hidden messages and meanings.
Right.
You guys ever look into that shit?
No.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
Creepy as hell.
lot.
I mean, I know. I remember the Disney stuff. There was always
of
like
course. That's,
stuff placed in there.
yeah, stuff placed in there. But then there's like
The LOL dolls have
Yeah.
certain things.
And then, okay, so you remember the show Rugrats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's theories about that Tommy was never born, and that's why there's the way Tommy interacts with his dad, who was the engineer that making all the toys. If you look, they never actually interact to each other, and he's always talking to Tommy, but he's never actually really interacting with him. And then it has something to do with Tommy was a stillborn, and then the dad's always trying to make toys to compensate for the loss of his kid.
Oh,
and
wow.
The other kids, there's like certain things with them, and the little girl and her doll, Cynthia, dude, you got to look it up. It's insane.
Yeah, definitely.
If anybody knows what I'm talking about, you could.
No, it's just like Scooby Doo. You know what I'm saying? Like the van and the Scooby snacks. They're always hungry because they're always high. So they, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same.
Yeah, Scooby Dooby Doo. That's my joint. I mean, and we're back. Once again, we're back. Back on the Frame Show with Ben Matthews,
the one and only
Ben,
a drunk sailor.
Schmerl. A drunk sailor. I don't know yet. Just Ben.
Schmerl. It rolls off the tongue.
You know, I do kind of like it, but I do like the sound of Ben Matthews.
Yeah, it's my grandpa's idea. My grandpa was Jewish, clearly. I got the name from him. And one day when I was much younger, he said, look, if you're ever going to make it as a comedian, drop your last name and move the S over. I said, really? He's like, because Ben Matthews sounds like somebody wants to listen to. And I always thought that was hilarious because, you know, my grandpa was an English professor at the University of Michigan. He left Germany during the bad times, came here when he was 7 years old, and became an English professor of his second language, which is pretty impressive.
That's pretty
especially
dope.
at a prestigious school.
That's dope.
Yeah. I got a lot of impressive people in my family. My whole family's, I don't know, they look at me. I think I'm the black sheep.
Right.
Nah, I don't look at it like that.
Yeah, no, Ben Matthews is definitely dope, though. It sounds good. I like the way it rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
But also, like...
Schmerl's fun to say. Everybody's always just called me Schmerl.
Maybe he has an
alter ego or something on stage.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A Schmerl character.
Yeah, that's true.
It's still you, but, Yeah.
We'll play it out.
How was Schmerl? How does a Schmerl?
Well, that's the thing, is you can use my last name as, like, anything you want. Like, you can be like, hey, check out that girl over there. What if she wants to schmerl?
Right.
Or look at the schmerl on that girl over there.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say it's kind of like now. The whole P thing now? Oh, that ain't P.
Yeah.
The whole sand thing.
Yeah. What is that?
It ain't P. It ain't pushing.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's.
It's what the kids were saying now.
Let's get them saying schmerl.
Let's get them saying schmerl.
All my friends have always liked the fact that I can get us in anywhere. I don't know how I do it. I'm a great bullshitter. But I will get friends backstage into stuff. I will just blah, blah, blah. I'll go here. And so they started calling it pulling a schmerl. So we'd be somewhere. I was stationed in Boston, and my buddy would be like, hey, man, go pull a schmerl. I'm like, all right, hold up. Hey, can me and my buddies come inside for a little bit? They're like, nah, dude, you need blah, blah. Well, we're just going to blah, 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 and this and that. And I just make up something stupid. And they're like, all right, just don't be loud. Come on in. Everybody's like, fuck, how'd you do it? I'm like, I don't know. I just said, give me.
Just asked.
It's a schmerl thing.
Man.
Yeah, he just pulled a schmerl.
Like the time I met Tom Brady. You guys saw that video.
Right.
Yeah, that was me pulling a schmerl. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Well, look, man, it's been super dope having you over, man. And,
absolutely, man.
Glad you could stop by. Glad you could stop by.
Yeah, it's like time just went right by. Like it was super quick.
I'll come out, man.
You know,
I fly into Virginia Beach all the time.
Right.
Yeah, come through.
I seen you come in on that private schmerl.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Let's go,
man.
You
talk about my private schmerl.
Yeah, that's private.
Anyway,
you can also find me on OnlyFans. So
yeah, you know,
show the world your schmerl.
I'm gonna schmerl my way out of here.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Look, there goes a schmerl. Anyway, here we go, using your name for everything. That has been a schmerl day. No, it's been dope having you. I think you're, pretty funny guy, man.
Thank you.
You seem like a real dope individual. Like,
I got you fooled. I appreciate it.
So, you're welcome anytime, man.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Come through, host a show or something.
Hell yeah, come through.
Say what's up.
And I'll sit on this couch anytime you want.
Yeah, man.
You want to get somebody else in here and I'll sit back
and
and
box. We got the phone back there. You know, we got the frames. If y'all can see the frames, we got it.
1996 right here, man.
Man, you know.
My dad had one of these in his car.
Jumping, yeah. Anyway. All right. Peace out.
Yes, sir. It's been. Oh, you didn't even put the glasses and nothing.
I did.
I got you.
Oh, you did in the beginning?
Yeah, he did in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I wouldn't know it in here. My bad.
Shout out to the supporters.
Follow us.
Follow
Frame
me.
Show.
Yes, follow
A Drunk Sailor.
A Drunk Sailor on Instagram and TikTok. I appreciate it. Or Comedian Ben Matthews on Facebook.
Yes. Follow us at The Frame Show on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
Everywhere.
YouTube, everywhere. Frame Show.
We
Frame
out.
Show.